Right now, somewhere in your brain, a countdown is running. You can't feel it, but every hour you're awake, the pressure builds. A quiet chemical tide rising behind your eyes. Sleep is how you drain it. But imagine you couldn't. Imagine the tide just kept rising and never went back out. This is what would happen to you, hour by hour, if you never slept again. Stay with me, because the strangest part isn't how you'd feel. It's how long it would take your body to give up, and what it would do to your mind before it did. Let's start with the first night, the one you already know. You've been awake maybe 18 hours, nothing dramatic yet. A little slower, a little heavier. Then you cross 24 hours, and your brain starts behaving like it has alcohol in it. Your reaction time drops, your judgment slips, your mood turns sharp and thin. This isn't a metaphor. Studies have measured it. Stay awake long enough, and your impairment matches someone who's legally drunk. And here's the part most people never notice. Your brain has already started cheating. They're called microsleeps. For half a second, maybe two, your brain switches off. Your eyes are open. You're still standing, but no one's home. You won't remember it. You won't even know it happened. This is why sleep deprivation is so dangerous behind the wheel. The lights are on, the driver is gone, and then they're back, with no memory of the gap. Your brain, it turns out, would rather steal sleep in tiny thefts than let you go without it. And while your mind is playing these tricks, your body is quietly coming apart underneath you. Miss a single night, just one, and the damage starts fast. Your immune system shifts. After 24 hours awake, the cells in your blood start to look like those of a much sicker person, the kind of inflammation your body normally saves for fighting disease. Your blood sugar slips out of rhythm. Your body stops handling glucose the way it should. In one night, you've nudged yourself toward the early edge of diabetes. Your heart rate climbs, your blood pressure rises, your stress system jams itself in the on position and won't switch off. One night. That's all it takes to feel it. Now imagine that clock never resetting, the damage never stopping, just building night after night after night. How far could a body actually be pushed? For a long time, one teenager held the answer. In December of 1963, a high school student named Randy Gardner decided to break a world record for a science fair. The record was staying awake, and Randy wanted the longest anyone ever had. By day 3, he was nauseous, and his memory was slipping. He'd lose his own thoughts halfway through a sentence. By day 4, he became convinced he was a famous football player. A street sign looked to him like a person. The hallucinations had begun. He kept going. Day 5, day 6. His speech slurred, his mind fogged, his fingers trembled. And still, he did not stop. 11 days. 11 days and 25 minutes. 264 hours with no sleep at all. That's the record. And no one is allowed to try to break it anymore. Guinness stopped tracking it because they decided the risk to the human body was simply too high to encourage. But here's the loop I want to reopen. Randy survived. He slept for 14 hours and woke up mostly fine. So if a teenager can lose 11 days of sleep and walk away, maybe the body is tougher than we think. Maybe you could go without it. Except, there are people who reach a point where sleep stops coming, and it never comes back. And for them, it does not end with a 14-hour nap. There's a disease. It's rare. It strikes maybe 1 or 2 people in a million. It's called fatal familial insomnia. It's written into a single misspelled letter of a person's DNA, and it usually waits. It sleeps inside them until they're around 40 years old. Then it wakes up, and they stop being able to. It begins quietly. Trouble falling asleep. Then trouble staying asleep. Then the sleep thins out to almost nothing at all. And there is no drug on earth that brings it back. Because the problem isn't in the body. It's in the part of the brain that runs sleep itself. Deep in your head sits a small structure called the thalamus. Think of it as the gate between you and the outside world. When you sleep, it closes that gate. It quiets the noise so your brain can rest. In this disease, a rogue protein slowly eats the thalamus away. The gate can no longer close. So the person is left permanently, helplessly awake, trapped in a mind that can never power down. And what happens next is the answer to our question. This is what never sleeping again actually looks like. But losing sleep doesn't just wear down the body. It reaches into who you are. Because part of every night is spent somewhere strange. A place called REM sleep. The stage where you dream. And dreaming isn't random noise. Scientists now think it's where your brain files away the day, sorting through what happened and quietly draining the emotion out of your hardest memories. It's why a problem that felt unbearable at midnight can feel survivable by morning. You didn't just rest. You processed. The same parts of your brain that light up with fear while you're awake, light up again while you dream. Working through it. Softening it. Letting it go. Take that away, and something breaks. People robbed of REM sleep wake up. Raw. Quicker to anger. Quicker to fear. Every feeling turned up too loud, with nothing left to turn it down. So a mind that can never sleep doesn't just get tired. It loses the one place it goes to heal. To understand why this kills, you have to know what sleep is quietly doing every single night. For a long time, we didn't. Sleep looked like downtime, the lights going off. Then, just over a decade ago, scientists found something hidden in the sleeping brain, a cleaning system. They called it the glymphatic system. While you're awake, your brain runs, and running makes waste. Toxic proteins build up in the tissue, hour by hour, and only when you sleep does the brain flush them out. The spaces between your brain cells actually widen, and fluid washes through, carrying the garbage away. One of the proteins it clears is the same one that builds up in the brains of people with Alzheimer's. So sleep was never off time. It's the night shift, the cleanup crew. And in a brain that can never sleep, the crew never comes. The waste just stays and builds and builds. First come the panic attacks, strange new phobias. The body floods with stress it can't switch off, racing heart, sweating, blood pressure climbing. Then the hallucinations. The person begins to act out dreams while awake, because the line between sleep and waking has dissolved completely. Then the exhaustion goes somewhere language can't follow. They stop being able to walk straight, to speak clearly, to remember who they are. And through most of it, this is the cruelest part. They know. They understand exactly what's happening to them. Within months to a couple of years, the body simply gives out, from nothing more than the absence of sleep. So let's go back to the countdown. The one running in your head right now. We treat sleep like lost time. A third of our lives, switched off in the dark. Time we'd love to reclaim. But sleep isn't the time you lose. It's the price you pay to keep the rest. Every night, that closing gate is what keeps your mind from tearing itself apart. Think about what that means. Every ordinary night, while you lie there in the dark doing nothing at all, your brain is working, cleaning, repairing, carrying out the waste before it can poison you. The people who lose sleep forever don't just get tired. They lose the one process keeping the machine alive. The people who can never close that gate show us the truth we sleep right through. You don't rest because you're tired. You rest because staying awake forever would kill you. So tonight, when the tide rises behind your eyes, let it in. It's not stealing your life. It's the only reason you get to keep it.